everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to share a quick little video about butterfly bushes and pruning them, and why I wait so long before I prune my butterfly bushes. So butterfly bushes should be pruned in the spring when you see a new growth coming on it, because if you cut them in the winter, you could run the risk of losing them because their stems are very hollow, and it's best if you cut them when it's warm. So as you can see right now, this is a butterfly bush that I have in this spot in my butterfly garden here, and in this spot it's has a lot of new growth at the base, and all the old stems are dead, so there is no growth on the old stems. So this gives me a cue to kind of cut these old stems down, and it's developing a lot of new growth on this shrub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to remove all of these dead branches off and just leave the new growth at the base. And here is a sample of another one that I have. So this is the Pugster Blue butterfly bush in the back over there, and even this one here has growth just at the base. So what I'm going to come and do is cut out all of the other dead branches that are on top and clean it up, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'm going to walk over and show you some of the other ones that I have and what stage they are at, and some of them are not even leafing yet, so I'm not even sure if they made it through the winter. So we'll take a look at those and I will show you what those look like. So but first I'm going to just snip off these dead branches and show you what these look like when it's done. Wanted to show you what it looks like. The dead stems are have been removed, and I just cut them to the base. As you can see, I'll get in closer. So I just made a cut here at the base, and now the new growth is going to quickly grow and take over, and it's going to fill in really quickly. So that's what I've done to this. And then the other one, what I've done is also just removed the dead branches that were on top, as you can see, and they have also been trimmed over here. So I'm going to go now in my front yard and show you the ones that I have there and what they're doing. So in my front yard I have this big, I think this is a Miss Molly butterfly bush. It did really well last year, and as you can see, all of the top branches are dead, but I'm getting a lot of new growth at the base. So what I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to come in here and really just snip off these stems because they are dead. They are not going to grow any new leaves, and butterflies shrubs will grow pretty fast in the summer. So once it gets warm, the growth will really accelerate and pick up, and some of these stems can get really thick. So just going to remove all of this dead foliage, and not dead foliage, sorry, dead stalks, and it's going to just fill in with all the new growth. So that's what I'm gonna do. I might have to go get my loppers if I can get through. There we go. So that's done. This is going to be removed. I'm going to remove this one. So all of them have been cut, and this is really going to flush out all new growth from the base. As you can see, there are also a lot of weeding chores that I need to come in here and do, and mulch, but regardless, today's task is to kind of clean up all my butterfly shrubs and get them ready. So that's what this looks like. It's all clean, and there is lots of new growth at the base. So this one should be well on its way for this summer. Now I'm going to walk over and show you another one that I have on the other side and see what it's doing. Ollie hanging out with me this morning as I'm doing the pruning on the butterfly bushes, and I just want to quickly show you the garden is looking really pretty, and everything is filling in, and my iris has opened up and it's just looking beautiful. This is the Best Bet iris that I planted, and It's just so stunning. I love the colors on it, and all the colors in here are kind of really vibrant and looking really nice together. So just wanted to show you that as I walk through in my garden and do a bit of maintenance cleanup. That's the chores for today, is to do weeding and pruning and all of that. And here's my glow girl spirea, which is also starting to bloom. Isn't that just glorious? I love how this looks. So yeah, things are really glowing in the garden right now. And I love spending time in the garden. So walking over to the other one, so this is the other side of my driveway where I have some plants. So I had planted this butterfly bush here last fall actually, and it is also showing me some new growth at the base, but all of this growth that is above ground is kind of dead and dry. So I'm going to do the same thing to this. Sorry if there is a lot of background noise. Somebody's getting their roof done in my neighborhood, so there is some stapling sound. So I'm gonna just remove all of this dead branching, and hopefully this will flush back with some new growth and quickly kind of grow in this spot. So just gonna clean this up, and yeah, and this is where all the new growth is, and it should rapidly grow when it gets warm and fill in this spot. Yeah, so it's looking really good. I have to come out here and do weeding, like I said, and there's a lot of like stuff that's kind of starting to grow together. Like there's a lot of this creeping Charlie, that's what they call this, growing and disguising itself in this creeping phlox. So lots of work to be done here, but it's okay. I'm enjoying. I've been recovering from a bad cold, so I'm kind of enjoying this slow moments in the garden, just getting some chores done, and yeah, and enjoying my garden. Everything is starting to bloom and look pretty, and the yarrow is also like coming into its own, and it's slowly going to be having lots of buds and blooming. So I'm excited. So now I'm gonna go walk over to my backyard and show you the butterfly bushes that I have there and what they are doing at this point. The middle is a cascade butterfly bush. Again, it's doing the same thing. It has lots of new growth at the base, and all of these old branches that I left for winter interest, as well as not pruning them till spring, are dead. So I'm going to actually do the same thing and just remove these branches right to the base, and slowly the new growth should pick up and fill in and look good in this spot, and it should start filling in soon. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you some of the other ones that I have which may not be looking so good. So I will show you those, and I'll see what I'm going to do about those as well. This Grand Cascade butterfly bush is all trimmed down to the very base, and we'll see how this one does over the summer and how it grows. I hope it gets to its grand stature that it had last year. It was really beautiful and flowy and huge, and it looks really nice in this spot. So I'm hoping that it comes back in the same way for me. That would be glorious. So I'm going to walk over and show you the other ones, what they're doing, and see how those are doing. So here is also a Miss Violet butterfly bush. So this one here is not showing me any sign of growth yet. So there is nothing coming from the base. I'm not sure if it's dead. I think it may be dead, but my gut tells me that maybe I should wait a little bit longer, because a lot of the plants, some of the plants are slow this year. So maybe I will give it another week or two and see if I see any signs. I have a lot of poppies that I threw here which have seeded and sprouting. I need to come in here and thin them out, because I don't think I want this many poppies to grow everywhere. So but I will come and thin it out, but it's hard for me to tell because of these poppies if, you know, there is new growth at the base or if it's just the poppy seeds that are sprouting. So I don't think there's any growth yet at the base of this plant. It's looking pretty bare. There's nothing happening here. So I'm gonna give it maybe a couple of weeks and see if that happens. So this variety is very similar to, is the same one actually, to two other ones that I put in these planter boxes last fall, because I got these on clearance, this one, and it is doing the same thing. It hasn't had any sign of growth at the base. So my gut tells me that I've lost these plants, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So I'm going to wait and see what these do. If not, if they are dead, I will probably find a replacement, because everything else in this box was probably hardier and it survived. I have a Limelight Prime and I have double play doozy spireas in here that are doing really well. And there is one other one on this side which is also doing the same thing. So I'm gonna wait, but I don't have much hopes on these three shrubs. If they haven't leafed out by now, they're probably dead, but I don't know that. So I'm going to wait and see. So with that, I just wanted to thank you so much for coming along with me and watching this video on how to prune your butterfly shrubs, what they can look like in the spring, and what they end up, and what to do with them when you don't see any growth above where the leaves are leafing out from. Typically, like if you're in a warmer climate, they should leaf out from all of the old branches as well, but we had an exceptionally severe winter, and everything was kind of different about this winter, and that's why a lot of the plants aren't doing so well. A lot of lavenders haven't done well this year, or are extremely slow in starting, and even roses. So with that, I just wanted to share this with you today, what I was doing. This is one of the last things I'm pruning in my garden, because they take a while to get started. So I'm just grateful that a lot of them survived, and if these three did not make it, I will probably replace the one that's in my other bed there this year. But for these spots in the planter box, I'll probably look for some other options, maybe some perennials. So with that, I just wanted to thank you so much for watching this video and coming along with me. I hope everyone has a fabulous day wherever you're joining me from.